I'm pleased to close the debate on behalf of the Scottish Labour and join members in making Human Rights Day 2024. As my colleague Paul O'Kane mentioned, the Labour Party has a history of protecting human rights. It was the transformative post-war Labour government which helped establish our human rights system, and from the Council of Europe. As Alex Cole-Hamilton reminded us, how the events of recent days shows we should not take those rights for granted. And I echo the Cabinet Secretary's remarks on human rights being a force for good and key to global peace. Members have shared their disappointment that the Scottish Government has broken its promise on bringing forward a human rights bill this parliamentary session. The theme of this year's Human Rights Day is Our Rights, Our Future, Right Now. The Scottish Government seems to be using the theme Our Rights, Our Future, Not Now. Members have praised human rights defenders, but organisations are today protesting outside Parliament after another broken SNP promise. As Maggie Chapman mentioned, the protest, the disappointment felt by the organisation and individuals pushing for this law, and their loss of trust in the Scottish Government. Tess White mentioned the open letter signed by over 100 organisations, which called the Scottish Government's decisions to kick the Human Rights Bill into the long grass, a dismissal of the human rights issue facing Scottish people. An open letter from Just Citizen states they are tired of being used as just a box-ticking exercise. Another organisation has stopped engaging with the Scottish Government altogether due to broken promises. We must note that incorporation right into law is not cure-all for the issue we face. SNP First Minister have declared human rights to be priority and a great success of devolution. But evidence presented by the Scottish Human Rights Commission says otherwise. Members like Tess White, Alex Cole-Hamilton, Rhoda Grant mentioned the report on human rights in the Highland and Islands, which found Scotland failing to meet core minimum obligation on food and housing. The SHRC review on condition in prison and forensic mental health setting also found 83% of recommendation by human rights bodies had yet to be implemented over the last 10 years. With our prison debt being some of the highest in Europe, that is not good enough. The Scottish Government, regardless of the Human Rights Bill being delayed, needs to deliver on existing rights. To conclude, Presiding Officer, I am pleased to join members in reaffirming our commitment to human rights. I understand the process of incorporating human rights into the Scots law has been complicated by the judgment of the Supreme Court. As members Karen Adam and Kit Brown have mentioned today, but the Scottish Government is still able to meet the current obligation. The Supreme Court does not prevent the Scottish Government from taking the housing emergency, from delivering a human prison system, or ensuring no child goes hungry. I hope the Scottish Government will recognise the issues raised in this debate and mark Human Rights Day through action to protect the existing right of Scots.